How's it going, everyone? My name is George, and I just want to give you guys my brief thoughts on the new Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer. The trailer came out today. I've seen it a couple times, so I want to talk about my thoughts on this. Now, I just want to say that the first Venom film I wasn't that crazy about. It had some good, enjoyable moments, the interactions between Eddie Brock and Venom. I think Tom Hardy did a great job with the role. I thought it was a lot better than Topher Grace. But all in all, the movie was kind of for me. When the action was happening, it was pretty cool, but I felt like there just wasn't enough for me. I just wasn't all that impressed with the film. I still think it's better than The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's definitely not one of the worst comic book movies of all time, but it's kind of like an average comic book movie for me. I've only seen it once, so maybe I need to rewatch it just to refresh my mind. Maybe I'll have a different take on it. But I didn't even see it in theaters because the trailers just didn't wow me. And I wasn't that big on the fact that Venom was not connected to Spider-Man at the time. Now, I love Venom. I think Venom's a great villain. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. But I just felt like this is going to feel odd. This may or may not work. This may just be another Sony cash grab because Sony has been known for wanting to do a Venom film for some time, going back to all the way back to when Spider-Man 3 came out. Like, they wanted to do a spin-off, I think originally with Topher Grace, and they wanted to do a Venom film in the Amazing Spider-Man universe, because that was actually going to be when they were going to do their Spider-Man cinematic universe or Marvel cinematic universe with Sony Spider-Man characters. Who the heck knows with them? Anyways, so here's the trailer, and I think this trailer was amazing. I thought this was a great trailer. This definitely looks like it's going to be a lot better than the first Venom. Yeah, obviously I have a new director. Andy Serkis is directing. You see more of those interactions between Venom and Eddie Brock. Tom Hardy still looks great. And the thing that really won me over, I think, is just Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, a.k.a. Carnage. This is a perfect casting choice, in my opinion. I think Woody Harrelson will nail this role. Even if this film is bad, and even worse than the first Venom film, I still think we're going to get a great performance from Woody Harrelson. Carnage, from the brief moments that we've seen, he looks fantastic. I'm very excited to see this character. I'm very excited to see what they can do. This already looks like it's going to have more action. I think this is going to be a longer film. Looks like it's going to be a better film. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. I know I've heard some people are saying it looks too funny, but I'm not concerned about that. And I rewatched the trailer just before I started making this video, and yeah, there's some funny moments in here, but I don't think humor is going to be the driving force of this film. I think it just helps reestablish the Eddie Brock Venom banter that a lot of people liked from the first film. Even people that weren't a big fan of the first film. Now, obviously, a lot of people are wondering, is this going to be tied to the MCU or anything? Obviously, when the Morbius trailer came out, from a long time ago, it feels like, you saw the Spider-Man with murderer spray painted on the wall in the Morbius trailer, and then at the end you saw Michael Keaton, and we know Michael Keaton plays Vulture in the MCU. So a lot of people were very hyped about that. Were there any MCU connections in here? Now, and I had to rewatch the trailer to get a big glimpse of this. So apparently people said the word Avengers was seen in the Daily Bugle newspaper that was in the film. And by the way, the Daily Bugle looks like the Daily Bugle, like the logo looks like it's from the Raimi films. So that's pretty interesting. And what's interesting is in the Morbius trailer, the Spider-Man where on the wall where he spray painted murderer on looks like the Raimi suit. So it's obviously clear that there is Spider-Man in this universe. I don't know if it's MCU or not, but they clearly have a Spider-Man in this universe. If it is MCU, at least at the moment, they probably can't use the MCU suit. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. That's a little confusing. But when the newspaper's getting crumpled up, someone said they saw the word Avengers. It looks like the word Avengers. I'm not too sure though. I gotta rewatch it and pause it and look very closely. But obviously, it does look like it's gonna expand this Sony shared universe that they're trying to do, because again, you see the Daily Bugle logo on there. You obviously have the place Ravencroft. You have a lot of things that I think are going to grow in this universe. I just hope this isn't like a setup film at the same time. Like, it grows the universe, but like we still get a good film out of it. And that's possible. There's been many films that have done that. But I also know there's also been films that focus too much on setting up a universe and not enough on creating the story. That was the problem with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I said is worse than the first Venom film, because at least the first Venom film was focused on trying to make a decent Venom film, whereas The Amazing Spider-Man 2, instead of being a good sequel to the first Amazing Spider-Man, it's spending a lot of time setting up Sinister Six, the next Spider-Man film, like all these things that like would be cool to see, but we don't want to see them because you're not giving us the hype. You're not exactly delivering a good movie to make us more excited. So hopefully they don't make that mistake in Venom Let There Be Carnage. Like I said, this trailer looked great. I was very impressed by it. Regardless of whether or not this is connected to MCU Spider-Man or not, I'm still excited. I'm still a little skeptical because, again, as far as we know, this isn't officially tied to Spider-Man. Who knows, though? There have been those rumors that, maybe Tom Holland might have a cameo in there. I don't know. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what they're going to do. It would be interesting, though, if maybe, like, the next film with Venom, they do, like, a Spider-Man versus Venom crossover film. That'd be cool to see. I would think that'd be awesome. But, obviously, we got Venom versus Carnage in this film. Venom Let There Be Carnage. I know a lot of people aren't that hyped on the trailer. Now, I have a theory as to why... Not trailer, the title. People like the trailer, but I remember when the title was first announced, they weren't crazy. So the reason why I think some people weren't that excited about the title is because they wanted Maximum Carnage. Here's my theory. I feel like they're saving Maximum Carnage for the big event film that Sony wants to do. Sony obviously wants to do a big event film where all their Sony Marvel characters cross over. Spider-Man, Venom, Morbius, any other hero, anti-hero they're going to want to include. And they'll use the Maximum Carnage storyline from the comics. And that'll be like their big event film or something like that. Their big Avengers level film. Like, that was a theory I had last year, and I'm going to stick by that theory. I'm probably going to be wrong, though. But it all depends on what happens to Carnage in this film. But all in all, I was very impressed with this trailer. I am looking forward to this film, believe it or not. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think of Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer? Comment below and let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please share this video with people who are a fan of Venom or Marvel characters, especially Carnage, because again, Woody Harrelson looks fantastic. I think he'll be a great Carnage. And I want to thank you guys for watching again and hope to see you guys real soon. Take care.